Alright guys, this is the electric guitar part for Lion and the Lamb in the key of E flat. I'll do the intro, which is the same riff as the turnaround riff, and then we'll do another riff that is part of the second verse. So here is the intro riff and turnaround riff. I'm using both sides of the distortion pedal, so the booster and the distortion. On the delay pedal, the Line 6DL4, I'm using preset 1, and on the Hall of Fame reverb unit, I'm using the plate reverb for the intro and the turnaround riff. And I'll start by demoing it up tempo, and then I'll bring it back tempo. Okay, so I'll take off the overdrive and the delay, and then we'll bring it down tempo. We start on this E flat key on the second string, the E flat note on the second string. Then you go back and kind of do it again. And then here comes the tricky part, although it's really not all that tricky. You start on fourth string, down, down, up, and then a pull off on that second string, and then an upstroke, and third string, and again that pull off. So a little up, down, up there. And then you start the riff again. You can go back to this E flat here to start the second half of the riff, but I kind of prefer just to stay here in sixth position and use the E flat that's on the third string that we just played a minute ago. And then you do the quick part again, using your ring fingers, kind of a half bar there. And a little tip there, when you're done playing the fourth and the third strings and you're going to that second string again, you can use the side of your thumb to just mute those upper strings so that they don't keep ringing and get kind of muddy in the mix. And that's how it goes. Let's go to the verse 2 riff. I'm going to bring back the booster, but not the distortion, just the booster side. And you can do it with a delay or without. I'll do it without for now to give you the demonstration. And we're on an E flat note here starting, but it's actually on 5th string, 6th fret. And you want to do a palm mute here, and you go for a few bars. I'll demo it for you first. That's kind of the feel there. So if we take the booster off, I'll just give it to you there. It's a lot of kind of a tremolo picking part. So you're doing a little bit of a palm mute with that right hand and just a down up on 16th note pattern. So 2 full beats of 16th notes, 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a, sorry, it's 4 full beats. And then on that second measure, you have the tricky part. So the first part of it is on 5th string, and then an upstroke on 4th string, 8th fret, and then 4th string, 5th fret. So it ends up being 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a 1E and 1E, Does that make sense? So when you have that booster on and the delay, it has kind of a cool repeat feel there. And you do the whole thing again. When you get to the chorus, you probably want to take the delay off. You can leave the reverb on because it's kind of nice. And I would say just experiment with doing full chords in E flat there. Whether you want to use the soul food for a little bit of grit there, and maybe come off of your bridge pickup and go to both here. See, on my instrument, it's still for me, it's a little gritty there. I might try without. Yeah, you can play with that on your own instruments and try to get a fullness without getting too overly grungy there on the chorus, okay? Because you want to strum pretty hard there. The other way to do it would be just to go to straight up power chords and maybe put that soul food on. Turn the drive down a bit. That has kind of a nice, it's not too overly full and muddy with the 6-string chords. Keeps it kind of tight with power chords. So I would probably recommend that in the choruses. Go to power chords with the soul food and get that drive backed off so that it's not too overly distorted. Just a touch of drive to give it some presence there. Okay? All right.